This episode of the Slander podcast is brought to you by my open fucking statement of defiance at my pre-existing conditions of perception from people around me who want to pigeonhole me. So I continue to push forward in the face of shitty odds with cool results already spawning. Confirmed today, today is March.
I think the 20.
It is we're so fucking professional.
Oh,
today is March 20th. In 5 days, we will be in New Jersey with the Awesome Talk crew.
What?
Well, they will interview. They're going to air an interview with a guy that created in Saturn's Rings, which is a bunch of photos of space. It's none of CGI, and it looks crazy. It's on an IMAX screen. So definitely, if you're one of the new age kind of guys, smoke a fatty and go see that fucker, because it's probably going to be nuts. And it's probably not the advertisement they want, but you know what? This is free and shit, man. Come on, relax, lighten up. Realize that a high percentage of your audience is probably going to be baked out of their fucking mind when they come to that thing. Why? Because it's fucking space and it blows your mind.
One word. Breathtaking.
Exactly. You want that awe effect to really kick the fuck in.
And the trailer alone does that.
Yeah, it really does.
I literally had goosebumps.
I watched the trailer, I was in shock.
My
I was
entire
like,
body
oh my
was
god,
covered in goosebumps.
I was like, I have to fucking see this.
I can't wait to if we even get a chance
and
to
it's been
talk to this
kickstarted.
guy.
It's
so
completely
cool.
independent. It looks cool as hell, people.
I am so
check it out.
impressed.
I believe in SaturnsRings.com. It's just the website. It's real easy to get to. If not, just Google it. It's like the first fucking thing that pops up. Also, me and Brad are gonna be there drinking with them live. We're also gonna have a fucking Skype call with Todd Smith roll in from Dog Fashion Disco to talk about whatever. Dog Fashion Disco. So it's gonna be fucking epic. It's gonna be a fun ass night. Yeah, sound professional. Fun ass night. It's like people are like, I'm a grown ass man. I'm like, just because you said it like that, no, you're not.
And to anybody out there, man, like seeing some stuff happen with Slander and all happy, for us or whatever, thank you very, very much for your support. Because, as we've said on previous episodes, we're just a couple of fucking typical douchebag dudes fucking having a good time rapping with some common sense and perhaps enlightenment, if you will, and trying to come up with some good shit and some good commentary. I dare say in the process, man, holy fucking A, I had no idea that in a month and a half's time span, you'd have, Dog Fashion Disco going on for you. We're going to Jersey to talk with this guy who's, this movie is just amazing.
I got Nick Stock already locked.
Got Nick Stock locked and loaded.
And we got two more things that I can't announce yet. But we're going to be involved in.
My tongue is bleeding.
It's for me, people, it may be all whatever flashbang, and I owe Brad a lot because of people he knows, but it's just gelling and it fits and it feels like it's it's been falling into our laps, we'll put it that way. We're just all of a sudden we get on and there's an opportunity. Why? Because we're aware enough to see the fucking thing for what it is. And we're coming at it for the right reasons. We enjoy what we do.
Yep.
We're passionate about the shit that we're involved with, especially bands and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm a big music advocate.
Creativity, art.
There used to be a music scene where we're from, and we're trying to fucking breathe some life into the fucking thing.
I think we were supposed to be an expressive, creative being that kind of enjoyed this environment we call reality, and I think unfortunately, so much of that has been suppressed, especially as of late, and anymore I don't even want to just bitch about America. I'm just gonna call it the whole fucking world. Look what Russia's got going on over there right now and all that bullshit.
Yeah, it's all the same shit.
It's all the same shit everywhere you look, and you get to a point where you're just all right, you know what? I'm gonna pretend that shit doesn't even happen.
It's an important time for fucking artistic projects.
Yeah, artistic projects, creativity.
We need shit that reflects the tone of today, and really passionate,
put it
vivid,
right back in their face.
You're awestruck when you see this work of art in front of you. If somebody paints something that's modern and yet tragic and beautiful, all wrapped up in one thing, because only a painting can express that emotion.
Not some bullshit from Macy's that you can buy 50 of.
Yes, that's what I mean. We need
something that's actually original.
And we live in the era of where we can now, as the public, really support and emphasize the shit that we find that has substance and means something to you. And you know, because there's how many millions of people out there that they get through their day-to-day because the one CD they bought recently from the artist they like is speaking to them, and it's getting them through that like god awful feeling of just wanting, like, you're on the edge, teetering, you're on the tightrope. Yep. And if you slip, there's no net. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you know that sometimes, like, a fucking song or a movie is that net for you.
Yeah.
It gives you the it refocuses your fucking intentions. Yeah. And you're able to proceed.
I don't say this as an artist. I say this for artists. Artists in general, comics, directors, producers, people who are creative people should be praised because you know what they are offering us? A distraction from a lot of shenanigan-y power struggle bullshit.
But when done right, the distraction also is a reflection of the truth.
Right, the truth comes out. Yeah. And then people start to be more and more awakened by the creative process.
You're creating different perspectives and contexts.
Right, and now we're sharing things, and now we're now we're taking over, and now we're moving forward, and now we're not going to put up with it, and now we're becoming more of an army of
ideas are getting freaky with each other. You know?
Yeah.
Ideas
the
are having
freak
sex.
parties coming together, we're becoming one freak party. Hashtag freak party.
Hashtag freak party. I'm pushing that shit. I ain't even mind. I don't even care. I'm about it. Wave that freak flag, people. Be different. Be defiant. Don't get carried away and be cliche and do something stupid. Too. Yes, transcend the system completely.
Be friendly. Smile.
Just operate on a complete different frequency.
Open a door. Try your best to be a friendly fellow among your other fellows.
If you
because it's a better environment for everybody involved. Just for that simple
encourage reason. A positive, productive, let's get shit done environment, and watch what happens.
Yeah.
Watch the amount of shit you will just crank out, and not even you'll be like, wow, I can't believe it's a month in, we're a month and a half in, and not just this podcast. I've been juggling school, trying to find a job, doing this, setting up shows with Brad, doing all kinds of crazy shit, staying busy, and it hasn't felt like work. It didn't feel like a grind. I didn't feel like Monday through Friday was hell. In fact, I don't know where that month went, which is, I think, a good sign. It meant I was plugged in and living. If I'm hyper aware of my context at all moments because I can never enjoy it, that's you're fucking doing it wrong.
Yeah. If you'll excuse me for just a moment, like you thanked me, and I really appreciate your thank you. But the important thing that I do now is I thank the people that I know that are doing cool stuff on my behalf for your behalf. You understand? To break it down, I appreciate your thanks, bro. That was an awesome shout out you just gave me. But I want to reiterate to anyone who's listening that may have also helped you out because of me.
Oh yeah,
that's the whole thing. Everyone deserves a big fat hug. Thanks. It's an awesome
made sure
network.
To thank Todd. And
everything, I know you have. Yes, I'm just saying.
That's what I need to be appreciative.
I personally say thank you.
Remain humble. Remain appreciative of this. I'm just trying to be
good, man. It's
an
good.
affable fucking
person.
Such
a good vibe. Yeah. I guess I don't mean to. I dumb a lot of stuff down, but I feel so positive about.
Because Americans are dumb.
I feel like you get me in this positive vibe. You fill me up with this anything is possible thing, and then I start just writing a few messages or calling a few people, and next thing I know, things come into fruition. And
let's be clear though. When someone like myself says anything is, when someone like myself says anything is possible though, I mean in realistic terms.
Of course.
And defining who you are and the realistic elements of your life.
Real world, yeah.
You can't just be somewhere and be nobody and be president of the United States. It just doesn't fucking work like that. But because of where you've naturally gravitated towards and what you you just know inherently because of your lifestyle, that's you. Capitalize on it, right. Synthesize that information, and tell a different story that hasn't been told before with it. Well, that's creativity.
Forgive me if I misquote, but as I think Joe Rogan would refer to I'm not talking hippie, dippy, go out in the woods bullshit,
I shake a crystal in a room,
live off the land,
and if it swings to the left the wrong way,
no, Joe,
I know.
Yeah, you know what I respect about Joe is Joe Rogan is so fucking real. He's bullshit. If you find happiness out in the woods and living off the land, then great. But for me,
that ain't me.
I'm going to talk about sustainability. You know what? Guess what? like, I like having stuff. I like nice cars and my nice house, and he doesn't have a problem saying, like, what these guys who are like, oh, I don't need anything, bro, you know. I get the sense of, like, don't attach yourself to your belongings, but I think I love the essence of, like, there's nothing wrong with striving for more.
As far as,
at
like,
the same time, you know,
like, physical objects that you can attain and own, I've always done stuff that, like, gotten shit that will enhance my life or, like, make something easier.
Because everything's temporary after all.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with it being the biggest and best shiny new thing on the market.
Right.
It has to do with the functionality of what I'm trying to achieve in my life.
Right.
Everything that I do incorporates into a singular narrative, which is hard for people to wrap their fucking head around because life is so goddamn complex. But that's what I mean through, like, a kind of cop notion of, like, reducing shit to simplicity for the sake of operation.
Right.
Like, when you're trying to tell a story,
yeah,
I'm able to find my own way to rationalize my existence.
And when we're talking in the narrative, nice house, nice car, I'm using air quotes right now. What I mean by nice is not what you might think of, oh, the lavish of the rich and famous. What I mean by nice is nice for that person's reality where they can live and do the thing they love to do. They can travel the way they need to travel without too much of an issue. And they are doing what they love, which is entertaining people like Joe Rogan does. And that's why this all came up. And the point is, when I say nice stuff, I mean, everything's temporary. You know, we know that. But there's nothing wrong, like you said, with finding functionality in your life. Like having the right vehicle, having the right home, having the right network, you know. Those are just things that are part of the reality. And there's nothing wrong with going for it, I guess, is what I'm saying. Like, because it gets a bad notion, because we live in a fucking capitalist society that gives that a bad name because it's been fucked with. It's been, I think it's been given in the wrong hands. A lot of it.
I don't know. I've been all fucking weirded out since I watched the Alan Watts video earlier. It's Alan Watts' Inception. He talks about if you were to go to sleep in an 8-hour sleep cycle, in your dream you could experience 75 years of life, and you knew you were in lucid control, and eventually, and at first you would want to have an exciting life and you would have everything you would ever wanted, then you'd have an adventurous life, and then it'll get to the point where you would want to experience it without the knowledge that you're dreaming,
right,
to up the ante.
Of course.
And then, you know, how far out that could go.
Yeah.
And now I know that's all really crazy talk.
Tricking yourself and all of that. And,
but it speaks on so many.
It
speaks on so many levels as to the way we choose our personal narrative and how we view and put in, like, life in context and what we deem to be important and what stresses you out daily and stuff. And it's so drastic from person to person because there's people that are fully plugged into the current social system. There's people that are half kind of out of it. People that are, like, almost there, but in some areas so staunchly the other way that it blows your mind. It's just, we're infinitely complex expressions of a singular narrative.
Yeah. That's Alan Watts, right?
Yeah,
Ellen
I was
Watts.
talking, but like everything I was just,
no,
was
I
just
understand.
me free balling. But
bro, no, that was great. I fucking couldn't agree with you more, to be honest. But man, I see the more and more that you kind of throw some posts out there of his quotes and stuff, and like that
guy
video,
drank himself to death, like Rogan said and shit. You know, everybody's got their flaws and shit.
But the man is known to say some really eloquent,
some amazing
thoughts. Thoughts, exactly. Put some stuff out there for us to, you know, kind of digest, if you will.
I think that's the highest art form, is articulated thoughts. Like a guy that can, like, give a lecture that doesn't have to be under the guise of comedy or anything, and he's so captivating and smart and eloquent that you can't fucking help but, like, hang on his every word.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have that anymore.
Stephen Hawking talks to a computer, and he would be one of the most brilliant conversations to have with a person you could probably
but it would suck
imagine.
Because of all.
But I'm saying he could actually. I've seen footage of him crack jokes with it and stuff.
Yeah.
He has a personality through that computer, and it's brilliant that we are there now.
I know, but imagine if he can legitimately express himself, how crazy that would be.
Oh my goodness, yeah, it's unfortunate that he can't.
As brilliant as he is,
yes,
that would be a very interesting conversation. I'm not talking shit, you know, I mean, Stephen Hawking is fuck. You know,
but I'm glad that he has a way to communicate. I'll tell you that.
All due respect, with all respect to that fucking guy, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he
that would be
my
hell.
mind.
couldn't imagine just living behind your eyes, looking out into the world,
Yeah,
knowing that you can't fully
that
interact.
amount of intellect.
Oh my god.
I'd
Well, that
go-
would be your only choice. Would be
Going-
insanely smart.
Yeah, that's all you could do.
You have all this extra brain space,
Yeah.
just like shit you're not using. So you probably compute information on computer style level. You know what I mean? Just wow.
Yeah, now imagine adding blindness on top of that. You'd basically just be consciousness. That's
Oh
all
my
you
god.
are. That's all you would be. Is consciousness to a computer. That's all Stephen Hawking. If he was blind, that's about where it's at.
If you're blind and you take psychedelics, do you see shit still?
If you're blind to, that's a good question. I know when I close my eyes, I see shit. But maybe
Because if
that's
I was
just
blind,
what
and
I've
that was
seen
like
shit.
you could still.
But I have known blind people who say they see like image, like shapes and stuff. It's hard to describe, I guess. Which I'd imagine, especially like I mean.
Maybe that's the key to being like guru god is like you have to be blind and like can't move and your senses
All
are
you'd be
fucked.
left with is your
consciousness. That's all you are.
That's
Is
like why the
consciousness.
Metallica 1 video spoke to me at such a young age. With that, they used the Johnny's Got a Gun footage, the old Western or the old war movie. And that's why Metallica's 1 at that time spoke to me, because it was based on that piece of meat just laying there, a war veteran, with the brain still alive and yet the body, no eyes, no ear, no nothing, no senses at all. No, just thought it just would.
Imagine being one of those people that like wakes up under anesthesia and
That's
surgery.
the stuff that keeps me up at night.
Yeah.
By the way, folks.
I know.
That's the stuff that keeps me up at night, right there. But I embrace life for what it is, because I
To be
believe
nothing but
that-
pure consciousness would be.
I believe this is a passing in itself. This right now, this whole thing.
Yeah.
Before I believe it's just a passing. That Rogan that you showed me to watch earlier, the way that certain people in
The episode
in
he's
different
referring
cultures
to
treat
is
death.
435 with Aubrey Marcus. I'm a Joe Rogan nerd. I know all of
Yeah,
them.
yep. Well, the way that certain cultures
be doing this
treat
without
death, rather than the way we've now treated death, like there's people who are like a little more in tune, perhaps, who realize death is, in fact, without any religious connotation necessary, a simple passing of one form to another. And I don't find a whole lot of I can't discount
Well, energy.
that.
If the laws
I
state
can't
that energy
unprove
cannot be
that.
created nor destroyed, and
Right.
everything that exists in this universe is a form of energy,
Right.
why would you assume that you die?
Right.
All that you're seeing is your physical beings die. I'm not saying there's
Transferring
nothing
the energy.
in your consciousness as it exists now may completely dissipate, but you definitely plug back into something to get recycled somehow, probably,
And not to mention,
or just part of this expression infinitely. It's fucking. Oh my god! Just
if it's fake, I apologize. But
believe in God.
let me get this off my chest. If it's fake, I apologize. But from what I gather, now they have gotten to the point where they've cut into a little mouse's, rat, whatever head, and found that truly DMT, the compound or whatever, something similar.
It's on the verge of being
is,
proven.
Is actually released.
I would say
upon death.
it's not official, but
I'm
some
just
stuff,
saying, it's
some
getting
early
close.
stuff has come out,
Yeah.
and they're saying
It's
that
some
when you
weird
die
stuff.
naturally, and your brain produces those endorphins that make you trip out,
Yeah.
it is in fact DMT coming from your fucking pineal gland. And they always say that you see the other side when you do that shit.
Yep. So
And again, the Holy Grail.
begs a big question.
I want to see the other side and cheek because
Uh-huh.
I'm not supposed to see it.
Forbidden fruit.
Sorry, silly monkey.
We saw a
Tricks are
tiger
for
on it,
kids.
right? Didn't we earlier today? A tiger on it? That was funny. Supposedly a tiger was on DMT. And,
Oh, it was
they
Jaguar.
were talking about-
Jaguar.
Yeah, they were talking about what that would be like for a jaguar on DMT. Can you imagine? If that truly is, if DMT is the
Yeah.
other side of, all consciousness, well, fuck, man. Imagine it from a jaguar's point of view. Holy shit, that's
Yeah,
gotta
he's
be-
probably losing his shit.
Oh, wow, yeah. Oh, it's so much fun to talk about this stuff because for me,
It's the stuff you really think about.
I'm
Nobody's
really-
honest about this
yeah.
shit. I mean, I could sit here and be topical and stay with current events and be funny. And there's nothing wrong with it because this shit's hilarious. I love watching satirical shit. Makes me laugh really
Daily
fucking
Show,
hard.
Colbert
Yeah,
Report.
all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
great shows.
You know what I mean? If other podcasts are doing it, it's great because I like listening to it. It's great. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to do and fill the void that, nobody really just is talking about the shit you honestly think about. The stuff you really fucking are like, that concerns you and fucks with you at such a fundamental level that all your little side expressions and like nuances probably stem from these fucking core beliefs. Like, getting down to that fucking like pulse is tough, and I could be completely off. I don't know shit. But the truth is even if I had a PhD in philosophy, that certifies me no more than a hobo on the street. A hobo on the street might make perfect sense and just have taken his own shit too far. I don't know. You know, like, you have to have context. You have to, again, it's remaining humble. Hubris is the death of all fucking endeavors.
Yes.
It always is. That's why
Yes.
Absolute power corrupts absolute. Whatever. Yeah. That's why I do believe in the next fucking version having to be decentralized power and common understanding. Because power structures and us don't fucking mix. They just don't.
And with no shame, I'm willing to admit
it has to like be a cohesive existence. Why? Because there's a demand, and we can do it.
Yeah.
So let's find a way to make that happen.
Yeah.
It's not fucking, rocket science.
I hear you, but I hope this doesn't seem like way too far off track from where you were at. But what you conjure up in my head, these thoughts that I get are like, as we do journey through what you say, we're talking about life. We're just talking about life, like everyday life, for anyone, male, female, race, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I honestly look at you as a human being. I see nothing
even
else.
Life. We talk about
I mean,
all life.
the only difference with
Just
women is
life,
I find some of you attractive, but again, I have a high enough consciousness to place those two things apart and still treat you as a human being, just talk to you.
Well,
it's tending to be why I can talk to anyone,
Yeah.
because I can just talk to you. How hard is it to just look at somebody and not be an asshole?
Yeah.
Just for 4 seconds, let down your guard. Like walking down the street, you see somebody, just go, hey, how you doing? You give them a quick smile, and either they'll scowl you and keep walking, or they'll say hi back. Keep doing that. And, watch how, like, just that little thing will improve your mood. It just does. It makes you feel better. You're encouraging just a positive, reinforcing reflex mechanism of being progressively non-hostile towards others, and you will emit that energy.
Well, check it out, man.
People read body language even if they're not aware that you're reading your body language.
Yeah.
So if you really get your body language down to the point where you're just like, hey, what's up?
Well,
it works.
Yeah. No, you're right, man. Well, that's what I was gonna. Well, what I was trying to get at was that, like, as this is a commentary on life, I personally can confess here now that I'm comfortable with the fact that patience is something that I personally have come in tune with as something that I need.
It's been the struggle of my life is learning patience.
I need to learn it. So
yes.
I'm not ashamed of it. I'm willing to confess to it.
Yep.
It's something that I have to learn better how to navigate the way I react to the world.
You can never have enough patience. That's the thing.
It's true.
And it's like, God damn it.
But for me personally right now in my life, like, I feel as though, like, on my path, if I was to, like, try to get to, let's say, the end, the big DMT ending, for funny's sake, then I feel at this point in my life, like, patience is that one thing I gotta get figured out. Once I'm there, then it's like, I'm free in another realm,
Listen, I hate to interrupt, but we gotta take a quick break because I need coffee.
Yeah, me too.
And I got, cotton mouth.
Absolutely, thank you.
But we will be right back. It's just going to be a quick one. Not that you noticed, we just hit stop and record and it fucking instantly resumes.
Slander!
But acting like we fucking live. Be back. We're back.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Still got shit bouncing around.
Stampedes going on.
Fucking, one day, it'll be an isolated location.
Oh, the beach. Oh, the ocean. Oh, the sun.
Contributes to our average Joe. We're just like you mentality.
The smell of, like, salt water in the air while I'm sipping on some fruit fucking cocktail. Like, just for a minute. So anyway, back to reality. Elmira, New York. What's up, motherfuckers?
Yeah, I know, right? What is up, people? I still can't believe we're fucking going out of state for another podcast already. It's fucking
I'm stoked.
Crazy.
I hope some of my friends got my tags and come out and join us for the good time, because
man.
I tagged some, some of my old buddies I haven't seen in a really long time, and some of these guys have really had some real success over the years. And God, just to say I know them is an honor, and I really hope, because I'm going to be that close, they come out, like Juan Hernandez for one, and Steve Seabury, and John Cox, and God, so the list just go on and on. There's just so many people that I hope come out and hang with us and our friends in Awesome Talk, and gosh, meeting those guys is gonna be cool as fuck too. Just that in itself.
Yeah. I don't care what people perceive my attempts to be, but I'm going to enjoy myself. And, it's the lineup for it and the way it went down and the way it just feels right. I'm sorry, man. It just fucking rolled into it.
You can't
fucking
fight
nice,
what feels
neat
right.
bow on it and shit.
It does. It looks it looks good on the internet. Put it that way.
Yeah, it looks good on paper.
I don't know for what that's worth. It looks good on paper.
Digital
Yeah.
fucking monitor. Whatever you want to
It
say.
looks like a real, legitimate, nice thing happening here for us.
Yeah,
And we're
I'm
thankful
not gonna
again
gloat
to
too
Tommy.
hard on it, but
Tommy, our bro, Tommy Tools is what we call him. Thank you from the Spider Rockets for making that connection originally to Awesome Talk, which is how the whole thing got started. Thank you very much.
yeah, they're on Justin TV. I think it's Justin TV / Awesome Talk, one word. And I think that's the live channel. You'll be able to watch us live if you fucking sign up. You can chat live because they're fucking interactive. They got the shit projected on the wall. It's actually cool. I checked it out on their last podcast when they crossed over with the Sherman Tanks. That's really made me want to step my game up and fucking make it happen because it seemed cool. It seemed fun. You know what I mean? If I could sit here with a projector on a wall with live people, you know what I mean, back and forth with me, it'd be, you know what I mean? I don't know.
No, absolutely. I don't know. It sounds pretentious as fuck.
I could be like
I
Dr.
don't
Drew without
care,
being
though.
a cunt.
I've done. Listen, I'm gonna say something pretentious as fuck, and this isn't no better word. You know what? It's not pretentious. In all my gratefulness, I have been able to experience some really fucking cool stuff. So let's put it as grateful instead of the other bad word. So the thing is though, like this kind of shit going on for Slander right now is just fucking oh my god, at my age where some of the shit I've already seen and done and had
Speaking
the
of
opportunity.
devil,
Oh, dog.
Little polka dot
a
after.
little bit. Oh shit.
A little bit. Shit's on random. I ain't planning this out.
A little bit Todd Smith.
People think
little
any
bit
of this is
Jason
fucking
Stack.
preordained.
What up?
All I do for this podcast is probably annoys the shit out of some people because of the fucking music in the back, but I just created this massive fucking playlist and just hit random and let it go. It's 8 hours long right now. So if I ever decide to podcast for 8 hours, which I would so run out of steam around too, I don't know.
That'd be a marathon.
Maybe if I banged a bunch of Monster and just
A potathon.
yeah, fucking shitload of caffeine to the point of almost heart attack.
Yeah, you need a lot of fucking caffeine. You need a lot of
I mean, we're bad at it with all the coffee we drink as it is.
Yeah, we probably sound like meth addicts.
It does.
It's
Well, it does
all
nothing to
coffee.
quench your thirst either. You have
It's
cotton
all
mouth. It just
caffeine.
makes it worse.
Yep.
We don't give a shit though.
I'd love.
I am a coffee
it's-
addict. I had to hook on the coffee to working third shift jobs. You get free coffee at certain locations and shit, and then the next thing you know, you're drinking shit every day. I've kicked it a few times, but I always come back to it. I really do. As hard as I try, I'll be good for 6 months, and then one day I'll be tired and somebody made a pot of coffee, and I grab a cup, and it's fuck!
Yeah.
Now I'm back.
Yep.
It's the same way if I quit smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
It's I'm fine. One bad day, I light a cigarette and then bam, fuck.
Well, we're back to the coffee thing though. Sadly, America runs on Dunkin'. It's yeah, dude, fucking, we are running on.
Yeah, we've already said this. America's the crank society. Just
Go. It's no wonder I feel like a fucking manic depressive half the fucking time, and probably are.
The amount of chemicals and stimuli that is introduced into the student population and how we're reproducing at a rapid rate. There's gonna be a lot of fucking weird side effects coming in people's personalities and perceptions and the way certain shit just fires in people's brain.
Yeah.
It's just generally gonna warp from the amount of chemical stimuli that we're like generating into the system right now.
Speaking of which, listen to the song it's on. it's so
Yeah,
perfect.
thank you for Dr. Fitty's wonderful.
I mean, it's
post.
just by chance that this played. It's fucking hilarious to me, because it's all about like, give me a pill and my new middle name is optimistic. That's America.
It's true though. I mean, like even with illicit drugs or whatever, illegal drugs, a certain pill, you can find pure happiness.
Yeah.
Even if it's temporary and fake and
Even
just
if
an illusion and
yeah.
just a flood of fucking chemical reaction in your brain, it's probably bad for you and yada yada yada. There's all this hipster view on it.
Yep.
Whatever. Get
But
over it.
nonetheless,
Use drugs for what they
it
are.
happens.
They're there. There's
You
never been a
take it.
drug-free
You feel
society ever.
Yeah.
So just everybody fucking relax.
Yeah. Yeah, to anyone who's never, like, let's say done, like, ecstasy or Molly or something like that, or what they call rolled,
Yeah.
I think it'd probably be hard to express, like, what absolute okay bliss feels like, to the extent where, like...
When done the right way.
Yeah, or perhaps, like, let's even go, like...
Past experience is nothing present. We currently do not possess or endorse any illegal activity.
No,
We are
of
just
course
merely
not.
reflecting on a lifetime.
This is my past.
Different
whatever.
experiences.
Fuck it, I don't give a shit. Anyway, really where credit might be given more is like hallucinogenic mushrooms, because honestly, like, I think that gateway there, like, I don't know, man. I dare say
I've taken heat pills though and had some great fucking
as
experiences.
far as feeling in touch is
If you're like, if you want to have the best conversations of your life, though, if you're around people that are naturally philosophical by nature, like say like me, how me and Brad talk, if anybody finds this interesting whatsoever, and you kind of get bullshit when y'all get a little tripped out, like ecstasy will take that to like fucking level 10. You know what I mean? And like you will fucking feel like you're figuring out the world's problems between all of you.
Yep.
And
it's a good feeling though. It's a nice thing, and a lot of good ideas.
But like you gotta be with someone who's a veteran and doesn't succumb to the cliche notions and do the stupid fucking little say, oh yeah, bro. No, I mean like people that can actually hold their shit, tolerate their shit, and like engage in like conversation,
a meaningful conversation about the philosophies of life, perhaps.
Yeah,
or the vast,
we're stigmatized because of representations
of the multiverse.
Well, we're stigmatized because of representations in media and different fucking entertainment movies and shit about what it can and can't be, which is bullshit.
Right. Yeah, if you do drugs,
it's defined as we define it.
Degenerate.
Yeah,
but instead,
how I choose to do what I do is how I choose to do what I do.
Yeah, or like, again, you make this joke often. Let's not forget, folks. A lot of the basis in psychology started on a man who had a cocaine habit who was out of the world.
Fucking
coke habit. Okay? So when you demonize drug use and you're all, oh my fucking god, drugs, drugs, bad. Let me just inform you, like as Cody said, these are just from past experiences. I just don't want any fucking stress from anybody. What I'm saying is, it's not the drug, it's the way it's used. You can bro out on some drugs and bro out like, yo bro, we got party night, bro. Or like there are certain drugs where you can sit intimately with 2, 3, maybe 4 people.
Listen to some cool fucking music.
Listen to cool music and actually have a conversation.
Fucking hang out.
That might actually change your feelings about life itself.
Yeah.
And lead you to a new direction the next day when you wake up. You might have what we call a trip hangover, but it's not a bad thing. You just all of a sudden waking up to something that you didn't know before. And you can't describe that to people that haven't done it. There's just no way in words to do it.
Yeah.
It alters your perception of life permanently. You permanently realize that what is happening is not at what you think, and it's not what everybody else is telling you.
No, what it does is it makes you aware of that there's multiple perspectives in which to view a situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It opens a doorway.
Yeah, and if you're able to be honest with yourself about your true motivations and the way you tick, you'll be able to place it in context.
Yes.
And what you realize when you do something like a psychedelic is that generally you let yourself be defined of other people's perception of you, so you feel like you're playing a role, and all this stuff becomes important and tension-filled, and there's this certain dynamic and this thing you have to live up to, and what you've done is created an artificial construct of a life, because that will distract you from critically thinking and discovering your own purpose and what you find to be your thing or your passion or your love.
Yes.
That you have.
So if I could,
Yeah.
Just imagine, for those who may have never experienced any kind of hallucinogen whatsoever, imagine transcending into really what is another reality. I mean, it feels like a dream within
it is
a dream.
another reality.
Okay, it is another reality.
Yeah.
It's another perception.
Yeah.
Now, all the point we're getting at is when you come back.
Doesn't matter if it's real or not.
When you come back from that thing, what it begs the question is, well, if this chemical made things seem so different than they really are in real, what we call quote unquote real, then what's to say what we believe right now is real?
No, what he's leaving out is if that chemical is to make you feel that way, then you come back and you make decisions based on the experience that you just had, and then those decisions are fucking effective and actually show you results, and then you learn that they work.
Yes.
What does that say about your old perception and the way you just are supposed to plug in and perceive reality? I'm not saying everything's magical land and there's fucking unicorns, but
right.
There's definitely a level of self-awareness and intent in the way you carry yourself. Those things realistically matter because you're in two fucking worlds at all times, your head and the physical world.
Yeah.
It's simple, and yet
I think you said duality.
Duality, yeah. Like, everything's like a duopoly. Like, it's just
right.
the way we
Yeah.
function in a societal level. Look at every company
and
out
that
there.
word works
Well, look at every
too.
company out there. Windows,
I
Mac,
mean,
Coke,
you know,
Pepsi,
yeah.
Time Warner, Comcast.
Just attachment after attachment. Ugh.
Republican, Democrat.
Oh,
it's always
loaded
one or
terms.
the other.
And they're
Yes.
loaded terms too.
Yes.
They're so
It's
loaded.
just a dynamic of thinking that's been institutionalized, and you just been fucking cockslapped with it generation after generation after generation, and you going, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?" You know?
Yeah. And that's the thing, we do, as a society as a whole, to a certain extent we do. And now, but, through history, I think, I'd like to hope at least, that it's beginning to catch up with itself, where we are becoming smart enough and aware enough to a higher primate sort of thought process that we're utilizing history in such
Smart
a way
monkeys.
where, the old cliche, oh, history repeats itself. History repeats itself. Okay,
Yeah.
how about we move
Because
past
humans
that
are
one?
arrogant, delusional
Right.
fucking retards.
Right, so let's move past history repeats itself, and let's go, why don't we stop being repeated? Because by definition, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. I'm sorry, folks, but when I've looked through a brief moment in history that I've educated myself on, I see a lot of fucked up moves being made on the human behalf.
Yeah.
And I go, really?
The entire conversation you're reading is just wrong.
I'm like,
And
really?
You're
Wow.
like,
Wow.
This is what you're
This-
fucking.
this is what you
just what
guys
you're
been
giving
up
us.
to?
We're teaching this.
This is what.
Wow.
Yeah,
and you
we
wonder
teach
why
our
we got
kids
problems.
That's what was normal back when.
Yeah.
Like.
Okay.
Let's move
that's
on past
totally
that.
fine.
You know.
Listen.
Yeah,
We did that, but we're all fucking cool now, and things are fine. No, they're not. We've just warped into a more fucked up version
So
of
let's
it.
try to start networking instead of just continuing to allow this mammoth beast to fear the shit out of us.
As we grew complex as a society, so did the fucking way the power structure operates, the way they control us. That obviously becomes more advanced as well. So, it's just nature. Everything evolves. And if we're evolving as a society, just naturally, we're going to keep evolving as a power structure. So, take it for what it is. There's there's a million different ways to get to a common thought, and that's where individuality comes, because your experience and road there is yours, and that's your fucking story, and that's cool, because that's the art of life that we're trying to people are trying to capture when they put forth some. You're trying to evoke a fucking emotional reaction that for some reason may trigger some random feeling or memory for you because of your personal context to somebody else's abstract art that they did because of their personal memory or attachment or sense they have when they think of it because of their context and story. It's we're different and the same at the same fucking time. That's the beauty of it, because we can actually have our cake and eat it too if we really just stop being D-bags.
Yeah.
And that's really what I think the common narrative now, where people are becoming more aware and really starting to advocate out outside of the box or like less conventional. Any kind of views, just from baseline stuff's being reassessed more and more. Even though all these organizations are still separate, they're fucking. They're gonna end up coming to the same result, and just like different minded people do on common issues. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. And tapping the desk.
Oh.
It's tapping the desk.
Yeah.
Anyway, fucking no, it makes perfect sense, and I think that's why I'm becoming more and more involved in like this project and other things like the column I've got in the paper or whatever and stuff, because like I just did something, one of my pet peeves, like oh my god, like
I do it all the time.
like I'm sorry, like, but anyway,
laziness.
Yeah, I grew up around people who talk that way, so I'm just trying hard not to talk like that.
Maybe some of our portion of our problem too is those we do these late night a lot, and that is after we've exhausted our discussing skills for the day. We should probably do it like 3 or 4 in the afternoon when we're like fresh and still fiery.
For the record, Eastern Standard Time is about 1 a.m.
Yeah, it's about 1 a.m.
So, you know, and we've been up all day and had our coffee and our lives or whatever you want to call them.
Chemistry class tonight, which was boring.
By the way, congratulations on the B+, dude. I just saw it today. That was English, right? Or, yeah.
Yeah, I wrote a paper on the movie The Graduate and how that movie is a representation of how it challenged the old ethos of society, blah, 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 blah.
Fun, boring college English stuff.
Made it up,
yeah.
B+. But, you know, it was an easy stretch. It was a very boring movie is what I mean, though. I watched it.
I
always hear, you know, it's like one of those defining films of film. You know, the more I take this film class and I watch it, no offense, I'm too far removed to appreciate it. I can have a level of appreciation where it's like certain obvious roots are obvious, or certain things.
No, well, look, dude, it shows. It's obvious because I don't know if you want to reveal the man's word for word quote. But when you showed me the paper and I saw what he had written for a comment, like it really showed me that like he's actually enjoying your paper. Like it's more than just the begrudging teacher sitting there going, "Oh my fucking god, paper after paper." Like what you showed me today, which I'll leave up to you to say out loud, but was like this dude actually enjoyed your paper. You know, that one that I got back in philosophy that says it sounds like you should be in the company of guys like Jack Kerouac. You know, that meant so much to me. Like. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy shit, really?
Whoa. Yeah. I want to be on that weirdo level.
Yeah.
I want to be on that Hunter S. Thompson, Jack Kerouac, fucking Alan Watts, Terrence McKenna, Timothy Leary.
Must be doing
list
something
go on
right.
and on. I want to be a
must be
freak.
doing something right.
Goddamn right.
Damn. Anyway.
The weirder you think I am, the better.
Yeah, but you got a really nice comment today, too, that, like I said, I'm not going to quote it, but it was just proved that, like, you know, you're proving to your professors that you're surpassed the average of intelligence. Like you write engaging papers.
I'm not gonna lie. He's supposed to dock me because I turned that shit in late.
Yeah, that
and
is true.
It was not a full 4 pages when it was supposed to be 4 to 6. Trouble. And then I still got a B+. But no, I wrote a legitimate paper, and my point is proven and made. Yeah. I hate when teachers give you an assignment and they want you to write, like, let's say 6 pages on a topic that I don't need 6 pages to explain. Come all around, reference a few things, and make my point, and bam, I could be done in, like, let's say 4 instead of the 6.
Yeah.
I've gotten away with turning those kind of papers in and just being like, dude, it's done. What you wanted is in there. I just don't, I don't know. I don't write on that high school level that a lot of people do, where, you know, it's real like, in the book I read today, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, we talked about
this. Kind of writing shit.
We talked about this on that one podcast, how, like, frustrating it is sometimes to work with some people on writing papers.
Yes, because they just have no personality.
It was just sometimes it's difficult to work with people who don't naturally write. Just like I said, it would be difficult for people to work with me with math.
Yeah,
I admit it. Like math, once I get it. But teaching it to me, or me teaching it to my child, there's
another fucking story.
It's a hard thing to follow, you know. But anyway. You know, that just proves there's levels of different kinds of intelligence, not just one or the other.
No, it just proves that you can be proficient at certain skills.
Exactly.
I don't believe it should be judged as intelligence.
Well, intellect is a loaded term.
Intellect is more of like your ability to put information into context. Being proficient in gathering and performing information is a skill.
Yeah, intellect.
I
is
would
more of
change.
a
I would change the
computer
dynamic of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people don't want to hear that. But really, what it's come down to is
That's why I like the word wisdom. That,
well,
that
it's
one's-
all semantics
that's
now. We need to
loaded term,
redefine certain words for certain contexts so it suits it better. And we're allowed to do that because we made up the words in the first place and what they mean.
Right.
So
hold
they're
the
kind of
key.
still going to be rooted in what they might originally have been, but
Exactly. But they're gonna
morph
like
into
everything
what
else.
needs to be now.
Yeah. You know.
Language itself and our ability to express is to complexify also.
Do you mind if I bring up a story that has been intriguing? me?
Complexify. I'm pretty sure I just made up a word trying to sound smart.
It's
Fucking win.
that's you are right. Winner. No, like now that these sea you know, for lack of a better term, you know, seaologists, what would you call that? Oceanologists.
Marine biologists.
Marine biologists, thank you, are now recognizing this pattern that has changed over the course of these, like, not so distant years in the past, where now dolphins have changed their behavior and they're coming up out of the water for not like the dive that we all know them for, but the dolphins are coming up, looking back into the water and making faces and doing things with their reflection.
Dude, they pass around pufferfish and get high on the toxins.
Yeah, what is that?
What
if
other
not
animal do
consciousness?
we we were just talking about
That's-
jaguar at
We're all
EMT
part of
earlier.
one,
You know what I mean? Like
one thing.
shit gets
Yeah.
high.
Yes.
Everything with a consciousness likes
Cats
to get high.
roll and nip.
It's just the way it fucking rolls, people.
But people like to tell you otherwise, that it's bad.
It's bad for
This
you.
is bad. That's bad.
That's bad.
Is
Why?
cat-
Because
is
it's
catnip
scary.
bad for your cat?
You might think of something new and creative. How dare you?
Yeah, that fucking that zebra on DMT is gonna fucking fuck it up for the rest of the zebras. Look out.
Listen, if some gigantic serpent while I'm on DMT speaks the truth to me and I figured some shit out, I'm sorry you're not ballsy enough to go into that territory. You know, I don't know. Just
yeah.
whatever,
If
you
the
know.
dog on mushrooms is gonna fuck it up for the rest of the canine species. I don't know. Ooh, look out. I mean, is that really what kind of you know, we're defined by other human beings that way. Like, it's
Well,
so retarded.
let's be real. Let's say it's a
dumb.
gorgeous summer, comfortable night. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, and you're out in nature. And is there anything really more breathtaking or beautiful than just being on like mushrooms and laying and
my
looking at the
God.
stars? You will feel more at one with the universe and just feel full of
You
love
want
than
some
you ever have in your
spirituality in your life?
fucking life. I'm just
Yeah.
if you want to feel connected,
feel
there's a way
connected.
to feel
Yeah, it's a
connected.
better
You
word.
can scratch that itch that you
Yes.
try to get through false things like
Yep.
religion and or social fucking paradigms that
Oh
you're
my
stuck
God,
in. Just
it can
that
really
you
expand
do
things
that.
for you on
It's
a level
there.
that.
Just grab it, people.
And again, we're not promoting this to kids.
No.
This show is for 18 and up. But what I'm saying is,
Somebody's kid hears this show on YouTube.
Oh.
Maybe somebody should be parenting better.
Yeah, that's the truth. Exactly, my
Jesus
great point.
Christ.
Thank you, my friend. I wouldn't certainly let
My
my child
fault.
watch this. I don't.
Fuck that. It's my fault.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, but what I wanted to get to is the idea that you're really onto something, and I'm really getting tired of zipping my lip, so to speak, about such topics that the greats like Terrence McKenna weren't afraid to talk about.
Yeah.
And the greats like Timothy Leary weren't afraid to expose that the government created LSD in the first place, and that
Thought it was going to be a truth serum.
yeah, and in fact, we found that we were able to see ultimately other dimensions in time and space. We just got a serious wind gust. It was crazy. It was wild. The curtain blew open and everything. I gotta shut the door. Hold on a second. That
We're
was
good people.
that was spooky. Like maybe we conjured the ghost. We got the painting in the room already.
Ellen Watts is
Oh,
watching
wow.
us right now.
I got goosebumps.
Yeah, we got a Terrence McKenna
Oh
painting
my,
in here.
Terrence McKenna. He just
Yeah.
visited. What's
Holy
up, brother?
shit.
Yeah, so anyway, what I was saying is I'm not afraid to wave that flag because of the greats. Like, Terrence, if you're here, I have a seat. Because I think we should discuss these things. This is part of our evolution. This could be the missing link. The monkey ate the mushroom could be the thing to be able to travel beyond time and space. It may not come down to the best rocket. It may actually only come down to the best thought process. And that's how you get from planet to planet. But no, we want to condition against hallucinogens because it may evolve us to the truth, and that's what the government's afraid of. Dare I say the government's afraid of us knowing the truth? I don't know. Does that sound...
I don't know, you want to say it's the government. It's whatever the true power structure of this world is. Which, again, I will maintain that I have no idea who actually runs this world.
I don't either.
But somebody does, goddammit.
And they got a
and
lot
we
of
all
money.
know it.
A whole lot of
I just
money
have no fucking
and
clue.
power.
I will not go all
Not even
Alex
money,
Jones
just
on you
power,
and shit.
power,
but for
power.
real, there is some fuckery afoot with the way the power structure and money structure of this whole entire world,
And
the
they're having a
network, the world
blast at our
economy, all of
expense.
it. It is
Yep.
one horrific fucking
up.
monopoly game.
And they're having a big laugh at all of our expense.
And we
Take
make it. It feeds on us.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You know what I mean? It doesn't benefit us. It eats us.
We accepted a college student, college students being shot at Kent State. We accepted that as like, oh, that's cool.
Country is, if anything, a fucking pussy.
Yeah. Let's man up. When we start shooting our own college students, let's say, fuck you. We don't want your shit no more.
Yeah, so
we're done with
major
it.
shit
We're done
should
with
have
your
gone down in
patriotism.
comparison to the what response actually happened.
I'm gonna flush my
That should have been
patriotism
it.
down
That should
the
have been
toilet.
that. Like the president should have been
Yeah.
out of. It should have been done. All of it done.
I lost my
They
patriotism.
work for
Yes,
us,
Yes.
public
Fuck
servants,
that.
and they've legislated it so they're no longer legally bound to fucking do their jobs, which is serve us.
Yep.
And we allowed that to happen as well. Why? Because Americans are dumb. And I hate to be an asshole.
And to prove it, they teach these facts of their fuck-ups to our children in elementary school as knowledge. And then we send those kids off to regular life with said knowledge of past fuck-ups about our country.
95% of
And
the classes you take at school are memorization classes
All the
with no
while-
fucking challenging or story.
I don't know if it's a fact or not, but I should ask my son, are they still making them do the goddamn I salute to the
I
flag
have no
and all
idea.
that? Jesus Chrysler, I hope not, because that's really gotta get out of the school system. Patriotism and all that, ethnocentric, all that shit. We gotta become one mind or we're fucked.
Remember one time I was tripping in high school and I thought my legs were being sucked underneath the desk and then we had to stand up for the pledge and I didn't know if I could do it.
Oh my god.
Stood up and I got like that vertigo effect. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, I went through something like that once.
Yeah. And then you're like poker face. You're like, play cool. Play cool.
Yep.
Who cares if a nun's looking at you right now? Fuck, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
You know.
Or you gotta fucking rip one and it's pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. America.
Yeah.
America.
Fucking America.
They took our jobs. They took my job.
Oh.
Get a job. Cut your hair.
The
Get a
hypnosis
job.
of the rat race.
Get in your cubby.
Hypnosis
Get back
of,
in your cubby, Cody.
Yeah.
Get back to work. Type up that fucking letter now. Get back to work, Cody. Get in your cubicle, Cody.
You don't have time to worry about the meaning of life. You need to worry about paying your bills. Yeah. Welcome to America.
Keep counting them papers,
Yeah.
Cody.
Keep saying you're fucking
processing.
free, people.
Don't forget to fax that paper, Cody.
Why don't you jump
Fuck
through this
that.
flaming hoop, Cody?
Fuck that life. If that's you, I'm so sorry. I appreciate your
We want you
hard
to ride
work,
this
but-
tricycle in a clown suit, Cody.
Oh my god. If you're in a cubicle somewhere, I just want you to get out, please.
Stand up.
Yeah.
Just walk out
Stand up
quick.
and just walk out. Quit
Figure
your
it
fucking
out.
job and take it from there. I dare you. If you're
Double
miserable-
dog, dare you?
Yeah, double dog, triple dog.
Fucking-
Fuck it. I'll take it to quadruple.
Fucking throw down, bro.
Yo, fuck around and think
Go,
there, man.
go straight bro down mode.
Bro.
Bro.
What up, bro?
Braham.
Yo, let's go to a frat party, bro.
Bro.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, come on, bro. Let's go roofie a bunch of chicks and commit illegal sexual
God.
acts.
Oh god, it's so heinous.
Perpetuate the
so
stereotype of
fucked up.
male violence against women.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Go football team.
Yay!
Yeah,
sports.
we scored. Literally, we scored all up in that roofie ditch. Oh, that's horrible. Fucking dumbass Neanderthal.
Oh, what did I say the other day? I was like, society and us. It's like society is a drunk fat guy at a party that sits down on a couch next to a drunk passed out girl, and he finger blasts her while she's unconscious. We don't even know what's happening. Don't be the girl that gets roofied at a frat party. Come on, people.
No,
I just fucking made a rape joke.
And listen, you know what?
I didn't go full on. It was only hand.
If a really good-looking guy comes up to you with a drink and says, "Here, honey, this one's on me," you know what? Maybe you ought to think with all this shit you read in the local news.
Yeah.
Maybe you ought to think, "No thanks, I'll buy my own drink."
Yeah.
And say, or how about you give me the money and I'll order it myself because
Yeah.
I don't want your fucking drink there, you sleazeball. It's probably got a fucking drug in it that's gonna let you fuck me up the ass later.
I don't know. It's just I've never had an image just like buy a drink, walk and be like, "Hey, here's a drink."
Yeah.
Not my style. I might buy one like after we've been talking for a while or something. That's different. And you know, what I mean, you're gonna have the bartender hand it to you. I'm not gonna fucking roofie you.
Of course. Yeah, I'm talking your average Joe, you know, in a bar.
Before I drug a girl like
these
a raper,
girls.
before I risk all this horrific fucking and like catastrophe end results, I probably would just go home and jerk off first.
Yeah.
Call me weird, but I don't know.
It saves a lot of hassle in the end. It really
People
does.
are so fucked in the head.
Take that
That's
shit out of
because
the
we place so much
napkin,
emphasis
you know?
on the importance of sex.
Oh, of course. It's just a sad.
And you should just be able to indulge and not be a big
Yeah,
deal.
it's-
It's fucking stupid.
In my opinion, which I could be way off base, it's because we like did the whole Puritan dance over
Yeah.
there. We came over in our little white hats.
The whole
and we were
Lord that saves
"Oh,
and
sex
killed
bad. Cover
fucking
thy
dark-skinned
chest."
ones.
Yeah,
We'll give you
kill the
$20
dark
to
ones with the
scalp. We're
boobs
not
out,
evil.
You know?
Oh yeah, and
They allow their women to expose their breasts.
make
They're
sure you
not cool.
Yeah, get some Chinese people.
Yeah.
Build our railroads. You know. This
You know how
country is
fucked
built
it
in
is?
blood.
We
You
came
know
here
that
and fucking
blood.
just these people were, and they've been here for a long time, and they were happy, and they were naked and free, and having a good time, and probably enjoying.
Oh, don't get it wrong. They fucking killed each other too.
Oh, I know they had their.
But we did
tribes,
straight just jack it.
But we just fucking jacked, and then
I'm
we
not-
jacked on other nations.
I don't like that whole narrative either, where it's like, oh, they had like a utopia going. No, they did.
No, it wasn't like that. But what? I'm
But you know, we had no right to come over and do what we did either.
Let's say this much, Cody, for sake of argument. That connection thing you and I talked about.
Yep.
I dare say that they, although may seem to have seemed like native or at some point, you know, from our perspective, that connection, I dare say they were more in tune than we are as a society currently.
We bought Manhattan and Seychelles.
Sad.
I swear to God. I
Sad.
learned that the other day.
Arizona Bay.
History's got nothing but ugly facts for me to learn.
Arizona Bay.
Arizona Bay. Yeah.
Arizona Bay. Learn to swim. Learn to swim.
Yeah.
Oh, Cody, I would love to watch it. I'll go watching over. I know that's.
I'd like to see it all change.
It would be, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I'm not afraid of the transition, I guess.
Yeah, I don't.
I almost expect it.
I wouldn't.
I
wish,
expect it out of
I
the
wouldn't.
universe
I wouldn't
right
wish
now.
a huge catastrophe
No,
on
I don't
like,
wanna
the
see
human
people
population.
no, I
Like
don't-
fuck people.
Yeah,
They could
I
die.
don't want
I'm
suffering.
not being that
No.
mean. I mean, if it happens,
I want
whatever.
to transition, and I know it's going to take probably.
I am apathetic to a degree.
If history does repeat itself, it's probably going to take a catastrophe for a next real transition.
Yeah, because we're like little kids.
I guess call me a realist.
Yeah.
I expected out of the humans to react all retardedly and really blow some shit up before they fix shit. You know, it's their way, like in nature, for people to like have to do that. Well, we gotta blow the shit up out of it before we can even think about changing it. You know, it's like.
Yep.
Look at all the countries we've done that to, for Christ's sakes, you know? We're everywhere. America is all over the world in a really evil, sickening, twisted way. I'm almost ashamed. Sorry, shoot me.
I am not ashamed of America because I had nothing to fucking do with it.
Exactly. That's why you can be ashamed.
It's my
of it.
fault I was born in this town.
Yeah, that's why,
okay.
That's why I can separate myself from it
but the thing
as
is,
a human. I don't have to feel connected.
I take
to that
self
flag.
accountability to an extreme level,
don't
though.
feel
But
connected
you
to
can't
it.
be held at fault for your birth. That's just that is
Right.
the one thing that's
Yeah.
beyond your control.
Yeah, and you know what? At your birth, you're not forced. You shouldn't be forced to really believe in any kind of like flag or symbol or anything. I think by nature, birth in itself is a complete start into a new direction. And by proxy, as people, we love to put all these little symbols out there, and then we take this birthing process to adolescence and we navigate it through these fucking symbols and signs and things.
It's called
Everything
conditioning.
gets
We created
right.
teams in the beginning because
Exactly.
you needed to create society. Then they
and
structured
the
society,
convoluted
and now that
structure.
the world economy exists, they're all cohesively kind of working and flowing shit in and out.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a narrative we're not aware of.
Yeah, man.
But in the beginning, yes, there was that I mean, what the fuck do you think sports represents? My team, your team.
Right.
Real fucking primal shit that we
Lord
have.
of the Flies, all
And
that.
you know what I mean? Like when the fucking lines on the map were being established, man. Like, yeah, we fucking killed each other.
Yeah.
But now, think about how long that they've been in place and existed now.
Yeah.
And then why in the last 100 years things have accelerated so fast because we established the lines, then the Industrial Revolution, and things have just been exponentially progressing faster and faster.
So on a positive note, perhaps
That is the proof of fucking evolution.
Yes. So perhaps, although I bitch like an 80-year-old man, perhaps maybe you're really onto something.
That's what fractal nature means. It's exponential expansion.
Exponentially, this thing I complain about, all these constructs, all this lack of a higher thinking, like I'm probably gonna be in my 60s astounded at the amount of evolution I've seen before my eyes in 20 years.
You may be immortal by then. We don't know.
I may be. That's the funniest, best joke of all.
Make me a fucking superhero. I'm down.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Go evolution.
Like I said, yeah, we're gonna create a fucking super bang. So no, listen, there's just a new narrative needs to come now because we're on the verge of, or on the cusp of
Chaos.
not chaos, but like
Global chaos.
no,
bro.
like an exponential boom of advancement that we're like nowhere conditioned for.
Right.
And I don't know if maybe that's the power elites move is they want to fucking just hit us over the head with this one thing, so we're so dumbfounded that we can be subverted into the next fucking frame of sociological control.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, they maybe are. I'm willing to admit that they're probably fucking smarter than me because they've got teams of geniuses on this shit and have got maybe better context of history and information than I do.
Connections to things that
My
we're not
limited
aware
fucking
of.
ass would like. I'm just
Monkey brain.
putting together thoughts now because I grew up in the era of the internet and the computer and my ability to access information and process, and that affected who I was as a human being, and I've already incorporated that. I'm not waiting for the long-term realization. No, it has to have a fucking effect because it cohesively exists in my life and I interface with it all the time. Duh. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the technology that's the problem. It's the way we incorporate it, how we handle it, how you use it, all that good shit. But on that, we're at like an hour. I've been having fun. I'm caffeinated out, but I'm out of coffee again. I still got a post-production. We got awesome talk coming this Tuesday. We're fucking flying, people. This has been kind of like a really like us just jacking off in your face kind of podcast.
Yeah, thanks for
allowing us. Listen, like if you're having fun listening to us, we appreciate the fuck out of you.
Yes.
Gonna be hosting some shit coming up. Can't drop it yet, but when that happens, come out, have fun with us. Shit's getting real. If you're ready to jump on for the ride, people, we're gonna have a fucking blast. I don't give a fuck no more. The world can kiss my fucking ass, and if you don't think I can pull this shit off, I'm gonna have so much fun when I do. I won't even rub it in your face though. I'll probably just buy you a drink because I'm a nice guy like that. Peace. 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 Blah, 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 blah. Be easy. Fuck it. Bye.